Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Ballydorn Farm, Farm Sim 17 or 19. Almost said Farm Sim 17 there. How's everybody doing this Halloween night? Hey, Squirrel Bait, Mark Ninja. How y'all doing tonight? TV in the house. See, we are just putting down some lime on our fields. Got them all plowed up, fertilized, tossing some lime on them. But you know, these fields are small when I'm on my second load of lime and I'm just about done all of the fields. That's okay. Kind of like these smaller maps, smaller fields. It's easier to get things done. Hey Mark, what's up? This map does not have production. It just has standard crops. Say its unique nature is it's extremely well done with respect to a likeness to a real place. So last stream I pulled up a Word document that had kind of images of real life areas and then basically the equivalent area in the map. I have to say they were pretty close as far as what you can get with Farm Sim in general. The fact that the kind of old ruined tower over there that is basically there in real life. And apparently I have found out that well, boat houses, boat lights, whatever on earth that thing was called, that was basically a lighthouse boat. That's apparently quite common. And the actual boat that is there in real life is one of the last few in existence. It's kind of a historical thing bought by a local preservation society, he said. Ballydorn is in Ireland. DB, you need to drink Killians when you are Guinness when you are playing on this. Hey Jake, what's up? Okay. Take a look, see where we're at. So obviously not going to plow our grass fields. I suppose we could put lime on them just to get a little extra grass shield out of that. And no, I haven't broke it yet. Very good, guys. That's the map author right there. OBO. I think I pronounced it right. Yes, I am actually. Switched it because I really can't tell the difference in the green growth. All four basically look too similar. I did find something, and when it's dark, I'll point it out. I think it's an artifact of the boathouse, the boat lighthouse. But up here, I saw it. I saw the same thing on Emerald Coast. It's kind of an artifact up in the sky. It's kind of interesting. It only shows up at night, like when the lights are on. I just need to be reminded to point that out when it gets dark. Whoa! I was wondering if I were to, what geo out there would be the best geo to use for this, or would the in-game in-seasons geo close enough? It's kind of a weird looking shape. In Emerald Coast, I think it deals with your flashing street light. One of the videos I did in the last little bit, when I was doing some seeding on field 2 at night, I looked back over my shoulder and I basically made a joke, hoping that the aliens weren't coming. Alien Jim wasn't coming to invade Florida. Hey David, what's up? Uh-oh. Pretty sure you wouldn't do this in real life with grass on the ground. Oh, introductions. Uh-oh. Don't get in trouble on your first day. Johan, the geo that's built into Emerald Coast would be the best one to use. None is needed. I did not take a screenshot. Basically at night with seasons activated, and it might be without seasons activated, at night, look back towards the street light from field 2 up in the sky. You should see it. It was somewhere in that general direction on this map. We'll see it. We'll see it later. It is 3 o'clock. I try. Ireland again? It's north of Britain. North of the Britons. figure I did a pretty good job getting on the same landmass with my wonderful American geography. Gotta get this. This one's a cool little field with a little the pond down there. Squirrel bait. It basically our Halloween was pretty much rained out. We went to the local mall because the stores there were giving out candy, and basically half the town was at the mall. So you pretty much you got like one little piece, all the stores. Some of the stores didn't have any left, and it was like, are you kidding me? It's only 6:30. So when we went to leave, it was pouring down rain. The parking lot was flooded. We got soaked. That's okay. He got to go to church last night and got a nice bag of candy. Who knows? We might as a collective. The neighborhood might decide to do something tomorrow or Saturday. Hey Raz, what's up? Hey Jake. Jake from State Farm. Oh, people have different names. I don't have a clue who you are. Oh, okay. This neighborhood up here, this neighborhood over here, they clearly have a HMO. Clearly they have an HMO where all the houses have to have the same, have to look the same. Never live in a neighborhood with an HMO. Pain in the tail. Tell me how to live in my house. Yeah. Yeah, it's HOA. It's really a PIAS. Go get another load. Last field. And then we've got some transport contracts I want to do. This one is the ferries to Fred's house, the stables to Daft Eddie's. want to check them out. I was thinking earlier. Remember the good old days of 17 with the nugget hunt? We're doing the nugget hunts. Those are fun. Finding the hidden 10 nuggets to expose the other 90. Get yourself a little $1 million bonus. And at the same time, if the map author was on his game, then he would have basically used the nugget hunt to kind of show off cool little areas of the map. So I started thinking about it today, that the transport missions could basically be the same thing. Okay, Rubber Burner? That map authors could use transport missions for basically the same purpose, to kind of show off areas of the map. You can have a transport mission from one little interesting area to another. Maybe everyone else had this realization long before me. I've been known to sometimes be extremely slow. Hey, what's up, clown? Wicked clown? Wicked clown? What kind of veggies do you have? Tell a guy you're going to plant a double up on tomatoes, so you'll have plenty to toss somewhere. I don't need no pics of you in a hot tub. That's for sure. Yeah, you need multiple. There's a mod called multiple contracts. Tell you, that road is bumpy. Something else that I'm really surprised at. This is that little old scrawny 460 on this 9,000 liters of lime. Pretty darn good job of it. Thought I might have to bump up to the 800 series since lime is so heavy. Hey, boy versus boredom. How you doing tonight? A scrawny tractor. It's the smallest one of the bunch. It's the Runt. Better get a run and start. Start to get up this big hill. The black was deliberate. Black water. You don't want to drink any of that. Apparently the real farm, the real Ballydorn Farm, has at least 1 or 2 Boss tractors I hear. I don't know what size they are. So we get up here, we'll just we'll cut across the field. Make sugar for the Coke factory. Oh no, sugar cane. Stay away. Raz was doing a series early on in 19 where he was a sugarcane farmer in South America. The series didn't last long. Well, the added benefit of sugarcane is that you'll get 3 harvests out of it. So you only have to plant it once. You get 3 years worth of crop out of it. Of course, it'll take you 3 years to harvest the fields. Is that the poplar field? I have no doubt that sugarcane is profitable in the large scale. I lost a pretty fair bit of money trying to do it in the smaller scale. Okay. Poplar is really good money because it grows back. It's free. You never had to spend the money to plant it. I noticed earlier we get a forklift over here. pretty cool. I definitely did buy the forklift. There we go. You don't want to act up on me because you're way far out there on the edge. Lime is heavy because it is rock. Lime is simply powdered rock. So lime is limestone. That's all it is powdered rock. Better put this somewhere else. It's too close, then get lime instead of fertilizer. And in a different life, I was really big into aquariums. Had a lot of saltwater aquariums, a lot of saltwater fish, and there's a pretty cool way to know if the sand you're using is mine-based or silica-based. That is, if you take a little bit of the sand, put it in a bowl, and drop some vinegar, just good old household vinegar in it. If it's limestone-based sand, it'll start to bubble up. Basically, the vinegar basically dissolves the limestone. If it's silica-based, then the vinegar just makes it wet. Doesn't do anything. And limestone is basically calcified calcium, crystallized calcium. So what kind of candy did you guys give out tonight or get? What's your favorite candy to get if you are a tricker? Or if you're a treater, what kind of stuff do you hand out? DB, we'll probably have to go in the plantation there and look for floaters. We've got an area of town where the local Hershey plant actually comes to the neighborhood and gives them 5-gallon buckets full of candy bars from the local Hershey's plant to pass out. Not my neighborhood, that's for sure. I stay away from that neighborhood because, oh, zombies! We have zombies. The zombie apocalypse has hit Ballydorn. Dude, don't eat me. No, no, no. Like Walking Dead. No. Oh no, you even got Marguerite. Church bells are ringing because the zombie apocalypse is hit. That one's shiny like it's metal. Mow them down. Doing society a favor. Hey JG, what's up? Still get a hoot passing by that transformer and hearing it hum. So that was a nice little Easter egg that was in Farm Sim 17. I don't know if it was in Farm Sim 15 or not. Of course, 17 came out, a few days before Halloween, like a week before Halloween. So it was still, very new and fresh when I could have some fold. I could. I could drop these. Good thing I was outside the door. I could drop those. Oh, I can't. Stables to Daft Eddies. Let's do Island Ferries to Freddy's house. Let's do this. What? Go. Island Ferries to Fred's house then. Island ferries. Uh-oh. Misfortunate intersection. This trailer does have auto load that works. Oops. And it did it again. Alright guys, I'm driving through. Don't worry about it. Don't look in the backyard. Don't look in the backyard. I was never here. It's never here. I'll just put them in the construction here. They'll never know about it. I guess that contract expired, but it never went off the list. Neighbors got turned. It's just an endless dump. For excavator. Look toward the sky, maybe we'll see that. Oops. We'll keep an eye out. Maybe we'll see that artifact. Ignition pellets. Poor ferry. The ferry's been sunk. Ferry's been sunk. The zombies ran her aground, huh? Say, is this like an abandoned house or just a house that someone's just let, yeah, I'd say it's abandoned, I guess. Painted metal. Alright, now she's getting dark. We'll see that thing in the sky. No fear, no fear. We'll see it. See the aliens in the sky. The boat does not actually work. In 17, the boat did work. We don't have a working ferry mod in 19. So there is the lighthouse. Let's go this way. See, yeah. I don't know if anybody else used to watch this show. There was a show on the, I think it was the Sci-Fi Network, called the Warehouse 13. It's called Warehouse 13. It was a pretty cool show. Kind of dealt with the supernatural and other things that you would maybe think would be stashed away in Area 51. Raz liked it. There's Fred's house. Rock Nurseries. Oh, I hear seagulls. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. Fabio's still watching. If I ever told him, I don't know if you ever heard about that story. Let's head back to the farm. Speed up the clock. Can't find that thing in the sky. Alright, so while we're over here, while we're on that way back to the farm, oh, we got the seagulls again. Copyright strike. So I did a lot of videos on Rathlin Island, which is another map by the same map author as this map. And every time I was at the docks or at a lighthouse, because you could go up in this lighthouse, that's where you had to sell the eggs, at the top of the lighthouse, it would be really loud seagulls. And one day, probably a good month or two after I started the series, I got a copyright strike on one of those videos. Like, what the heck's up with this? So I basically, when you get a copyright strike, it basically says, right, the portion of the video that is in dispute is this portion, and it gives you like a time frame. and it lets you click on it and basically see what's being disputed. And it was me down at the docks talking, basically narrating what I was doing. And the only thing else in the background was basically seagulls. So at that point, I go and try to, and it tells you, what song you're basically being hit for. And it was basically some weird, I don't know what the song was, some weird artist that basically had weird techno junky music combined with like sounds of nature. And there was a segment where you heard these seagulls in the background of this guy's song. He had like a 40-second rip of seagulls. And I was like, are you kidding me? I basically filed a dispute and basically said, I get it that you guys in the music industry think you own everything that you can, but I like to see how you can copyright sounds of nature. And well, you have 30 days to dispute, and of course, the lawyers always take 30 days exactly. And then 30 days after I file the dispute, they basically drop the claim. Well, in the meantime, I get like 5 or 6 other copyright strikes, all for the same song, all for the same seagulls. Every time I get a little bit more ticked off. And basically, I get to the point where I'm like, are you guys complete idiots? You can't whitelist that stupid part of the song because you can't copyright sounds of nature. I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's because it's overcast. Say, guys, as just a general hint, if you ever get a copyright strike for something that is completely stupid, don't hesitate to dispute it. The system isn't perfect. I'm not seeing it now. Alright. Let's get back to what we need. Alright, so we can put wheat, barley, oats, canola, potatoes, sugar beets in the ground. Got pigs. We need to feed our pigs. And some food for our chickens. And we need to put some seed in the ground. It was kind of rectangular in its shape, but then it kind of shifted shape. Like you know, it was rotating. I don't see it now. I'm sure it's off in the distance, like over there somewhere. Which is why I thought it was associated with the light. But at any rate, we'll look for it another day. Oh, I upgraded this. Upgraded this and it moved. Nope. Oh, we're starting to get our foliage. So yeah, that animal screen is in the dev version of Seasons. Coming to a released version of Seasons near you. So they're going to take 500. Yeah, that's more than enough. Lines off. We've got grass. We don't have to worry about grass. I guess we should put in a couple fields of wheat, a couple fields of barley, probably. We should put in some corn. And maybe some canola. Pigs. Drove too quick. Oh yeah, there's the chickens over there. Spring, we got a lot of work to do. Oh, there's our chicken eggs. Battery box in the case we need a jump. Fastest thing in Ireland, that's right, is a guy on his way to the pub when he hears that there's free Guinness. Stop. Should do just fine. We'll have to try to drive slower. With 5 times speed, the whole day is going to go by. Next Slovak stream is going to be Sunday. Tomorrow night we'll be on Nebraska again. And then Friday we'll be doing Weekend Roundup production. Plus Giants puts out a bunch of mods tomorrow. Only got 11 in my list to get to. It's nice. Then Saturday we'll be back on Saturday. I have to look at the schedule. In fact, the schedule is going to be changing because next week, OMG people, Red Dead Redemption 2's out. I just got done. Took about an hour and a half, I think, to download the 109 gigs preload. That is Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's Monday. thinking next week will be a fair bit of that. It's 109 gigs. I don't know, it was an hour and a half or what it was. All I know is I started downloading it after I got home. And then I had to pause it because I went online to sell some prop on the multiplayer server. And I was getting way bad lag. And then I resumed, after I was done that, I resumed it up. Then I went and got the kid ready. And then went to the mall. Remember how long we were there, and then I came back and so it was just about done. Let's go get, see, the runt. The little 460 versus the 870. It's just a little size differential. Yeah, I was downloading at like 375. Big M, little B. It was bumping between 30 and 40. Big M, big B. Hopefully syncing train script. Closer. I'll tell you guys, you don't want to be driving through town with a 4-meter wide piece of equipment and have traffic turned on. Because the traffic, well, it doesn't give way. And when you can't get out of the way because there's a stone wall between you and the other side, the other lane, it doesn't work out very nice. We kind of make fun and kind of complain about 3-meter equipment. Maps like this, you're going to want equipment that at least folds up to 3 meters. 260 hours. How many hours is it between now and Monday? Less than 260. Hey, Raz, you need to pack your system up, hop in the car, drive to a hotel somewhere, hop on the internet. I do have to say the your stream today was pretty good. Just have to pack it up, pack up a monitor. Have a little monitor for road use. I don't think I've ever used this particular seeder. Using it now because it came with the map, came with starting equipment on New Farmer. He was streaming Outer Worlds. It's small, 3 meters. But again, gets the job done on this map because these roads are so narrow. Good luck getting anything through town where you have the stone walls, the traffic on. Oh. Still not right. There we go. You're doing pretty good today. You need to get a jump start on your pre-download. Maybe you'll get lucky when everyone's in bed. You get faster than expected speeds. Well, it was, you could pre-order it from Rockstar, depending on the version you ordered. It was, you got $20 off the special edition, or $20 off the Ultimate Edition. They included a ton of pre-order bonuses. Let me lock this in and then I'll go look it up. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. So it was... Oh, I gotta launch. I can't look it up anymore because I've already gotten it. So let's launch this. Let's go to the store. All right, here it is. So you can get the special edition was I can't even see. I already pre-ordered it. I'm wondering if this cedar on no-till. I've got some plowed ground over on those other fields. Alright, well that'll be good if it no-tills. saw it said barley down there. I don't remember changing it. I was hoping in one of my mini button pushes I didn't. Change it from wheat to barley halfway through the field. Not crazy, it's kind of a quick way to do it. You don't have to change direction. For trees. I like this view, when I can, but I like seeing like this field has a big old dip in it. Sometimes when you just do the above and behind view, you don't get a really good sense of how the land lays. I have to say I've never had a chance to watch him. Hey, streets, what's up? I should probably go the other direction. Make doing these turns a lot easier. We'll flip it around. Watch out, squirrel bait, you never know. You might have an alien drop by. Getting to be about that time. Okay, we'll have an easier time doing it this way. Don't watch the what's the name of that guy that basically doesn't have any arms and does farming videos? Basically, he was in a farming accident. Really young kid and lost both of his arms. Yeah, there you go. That's it, harmless farmer. The stuff he does is amazing. If you ever want to think you feel pity on yourself, you can't do something, go watch his videos. Probably feel pretty darn bad about yourself. Sounds pretty bad. All right, thanks for dropping by. I don't know what happened to that thing I saw the other day. Maybe we'll see it another day. Maybe I'll catch it in a video. I wonder if this map has a higher percentage of planting potatoes. think I got the smaller, the cheaper one. I have to look at my email. Let's see. Was it the 22nd? 22nd. It was the here it is. The special edition, $59.99. That's what it is. The special was $59.99, and the ultimate was $79.99. Now, if you pre-order from somewhere other than Rockstar, the regular edition is $59.99. Special edition is $79, and the ultimate edition is $99.99. Yeah, it's basically the same pricing. Yeah, us lowly PC folks, we have to wait a year. Well, Ninja Tech, I know someone that might be able to help you source that. It's just if he's noticing that message or not. There you go. That's the author of the silos right there. I gotta plan this out just perfect. Have done that any better? No, it'll be a new website. I picked LA Noir because I liked watching Country Lady play it. I figured, hey, if I ever have time, it looks kind of like a fun little thing. And I don't know, I really didn't care about any of the others, so I just picked Max Payne. Alright, so we got barley there. Put corn on 13. barley for our straw. And we need barley for our chickens and pigs. We could put... Can we plant sunflowers with this? Probably not. Put canola down over here on this weird shaped field 14. Figure out where I'm going to put corn. I might buy a field 25 for corn. It's only $88,000. It's got, what's it got in it now? It's got potatoes in it. Nothing's going to have corn in it yet because it's still too early for that. Well, Digitech, actually, I saw something quite interesting today. I saw over at LS Mod Company that they've updated Global Company, and in the change notes, they mentioned something about basically courseplay compatibility. That might be something to look at. That might correct your issues on Lone Oak. But it was interesting, they released it over on LS Mod Company. Maybe they've uploaded it to Giants. They just wanted to get it out to everybody. Maybe Giants failed it and they decided just to submit it over there or post it on their own site. Hard to say. Fall in the water. Auto drive, I wouldn't say it's course-like courseplay. All auto drive does is allow you to set courses between points on a map. So it really just drives from point A to point B. But you could tell it to drive to a field from some other place and it would do it for you. But it's not going to do field work. So you could set it to drive between the farm and sell points. It's not actually going to do field work for you. You somehow set the courses up, but it doesn't do field work. It just drives around. Hey Kiwi, what's up? Yeah. Ninja Tech mentioned that he was looking at another mod like Courseplay called Auto Drive. I was saying it really wasn't like Courseplay. Courseplay, I think, really shines in the fact that it's highly configurable with respect to field work. And in my opinion, Auto Drive is just, it's a mod for folks that don't want to drive from point A to point B. But you still have to basically, I think, make the Auto Drive horses somehow. I don't know. When it came out, I decided I wasn't going to use it. That meant that I pretty much decided I wasn't going to learn how to use it. I don't know what that is, squirrel bait. Well, Scooter, it's because they've basically normalized horses to a point where instead of gaining value every day, let's say 10 days, then you sell them for a fair chunk of money, they've basically normalized the horses so that you earn a little bit of money every day, which makes it fairer for people who are playing with different seasons durations. So let's say you played 3-day seasons, okay? So 3-day seasons is basically 12 game days to a year. So 12 game days to a year means that you would, if you bought a horse in day one, would earn basically $50,000 for that one horse over the course of one game year. Okay? Now let's say you played 6-day seasons. Thanks for the super chat, David. So 6-day seasons, you would basically have 24 game days per game year. So you could raise 2 horses. You could raise horses 2 times, that same one horse twice. So you would earn $100,000 over the course of one game year. And so forth. So imagine if you did 24-day seasons. You would probably have, I don't know, 96. So you'd have 9 iterations of 50K per game year. So what they did was they basically made it so you were caring for someone else's horse. You don't actually own the horse. You're caring for someone else's horse. And as such, you don't buy the horse. You get the horse free of charge. You're expected to care for it. And as a result of caring for it, you earn a little bit of money per day. The amount of money you earn is normalized, which means over the course of a game year, regardless of how many day seasons, you'll earn the same amount of money per horse for the same amount of care. Now the side effect is if you don't care for the horse and the horse ends up dying, you're fined $10,000 per horse. No problem. Yeah, crazy. I did me a 24-day seasons run in 17. Not too terrible bad. I played it with a clock at 15 times speed. So game days went by in about an hour and a half. Then the size of equipment that I had, basically, I'd be able to do about one field's worth of work per game day. Yeah, QE, you can do that. It's fine. Farmer Brown, you don't have to sell them to add seasons, but your cows will stop producing milk when you add seasons, depending on the breed of cow you have. Because the way seasons works, cows don't produce milk until they've basically given birth to a calf. For the milk providing cows, and basically to give birth to a calf, some number of your cows will be artificially inseminated, some percent, and then 9 game months has to go by before they give birth. Then after they give birth, you'll get milk for a period of about 2 game years for that cow, at which time they will be basically impregnated again or inseminated again, and basically go through the whole process. And while they are with calf, won't get any milk out of them. Now, if you have beef cattle, if you have a beef breed, then they'll go back to their normal buy weight, and they'll start gaining weight. Of course, if you start seasons, you're going to start in early spring. So make sure you have food on hand, because if you don't feed your cows, if you don't have them watered, they will die. And in early spring, you're not going to have the grass to feed them or to make silage or anything. The seasons is constantly being updated. If it doesn't work, I'd try a new copy. It's possible whatever you're trying to do was broken in the download that they did. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons. You can add seasons to an existing save, but do note there are potential gotchas to that. Seasons always starts in early spring with cold ground temperatures. And there are different specific times to plant specific crops at specific temperatures. When you activate seasons on an existing save, you'll get a choice to reset crop growth. If you pick that choice, it will basically wipe all the crops off all the fields and make all the fields in a harvested state. So any crops you have in the fields will be instantly vanished. Any money you have invested in those will be lost. Have a second option to keep crop growth. So if you keep crop growth, whatever crops you have in the fields will remain. But depending on what those crops are, what growth state they are in, they may wither soon after the game starts. So what I would advise is harvesting all of your fields. Get all your fields harvested. Don't plant anything in them. Just leave them harvested. Then activate seasons. Then you don't have to worry about the crop growth reset. Tell it to reset growth. You won't lose any crops because you don't have any crops growing. Make sure you have enough food on hand for your animals, because it's going to be quite a while before you're going to have harvestable crops again. For any reason you don't have enough food on hand, you're going to either need to buy it in, or you're going to need to sell your animals until you do have the ability to support them. The bale stacks, you mean these? Oops. And the egg house. I don't want to put that down. The egg box and these bale stacks. Yeah, I've seen them. Wonderful mods by GTX Mods. Friend of the channel. Those are the only bale stacks I will use, that's for sure. Alright guys, we've got about 10 more minutes. We're going to call it for the night. So here's where we are with this map. I would normally be streaming this map again on Monday. But Monday is Red Dead Redemption Day. So I'm seriously thinking about next week will be a little thin on farm sim content. Be a little thick on outlaw content. And then we were talking about your wonderful bale stacks, pallet stacks, and chicken house. Chicken hut. Which means we probably won't get back to much farm sim content until the next week. Question about Emerald Coast. Well, Emerald Coast will come back once we stop streaming Slovak and once we stop streaming Nebraska lands, and I've got just some time to produce recorded content. So I saw a mod in the testing thread that said something about, what did it say? Weight scales, weights and measures. Let's look. it said way station. And I saw that and I said, hey, I wonder if that is by a particular mod author that we know. And it turns out it was. Oh, well. If GTX didn't know about that little tidbit with respect to selling the stacks, maybe there's no way around it because it basically paints that texture down. I don't know. Get 2 fields planted with this little 3-meter cedar. They're in the stream. That's pretty good. Alright, catch you later, squirrel bait. I know I'm sending someone over the edge driving through that hedge constantly, and ain't I? If I send him over the edge saying ain't too. Ain't gonna stop it. Well, I'm glad I can help you deal with your condition by providing you plenty of practice on just dealing with it. Well, if they did, I just have to do some more headlands. Hey Terry, what's up? Thanks for dropping by. It's getting brushed off. Kiwi, it's 11 p.m. I don't know about where you're from, but we definitely don't treat or trick that late. We typically would be done before my stream would start. not too much treating or tricking going on after 9 p.m. local time. Are you asking about seasons? When a crop would be ready to harvest? Alright, so this is the base geo. It's going to depend on what geo you pick, because there's plenty of geos out there now. Oh my gosh. So wheat, okay? Wheat we can plant as early as early spring, assuming we have the desired temperatures to get germination. And the earliest we could possibly have our wheat ready to harvest is going to be the 5th day of summer. That's assuming 6-day seasons. Basically the end of summer. But wheat planted in early spring likely won't be ready to harvest until closer to early autumn. Okay? So for me that's 6, 12, 13 to 14 days. Game days. From plant to harvest. Now I could plant wheat again in autumn and it still wouldn't be ready to harvest until late summer the next year. Again, depending on the geo, if you pick a different geo, if you're playing on a map with custom growth settings, all that could be different. So canola, what did I say I was going to plant in here? I was going to plant barley, corn, completely at a loss as to what I was going to plant in there. Completely at a loss now. Hey, Tornist, what's up? Definitely not planting grass in there. Alright guys, when we come back we'll probably have all our fields planted. So that is going to do us for the night. Well, thank you guys for coming out and watching here on Ballydorn. Depending on how things go with the first year of gameplay, depending on what is found, basically needs fixed on the map, probably is going to get released toward the end of the game year in our streaming. It's going to take a little while to get there, but that way we can kind of work through things, experience some missions or contracts on other parts of the map, basically get all the animals checked out and everything. But like I said, the normal schedule would have us doing this map on Monday. That's Red Dead Day. I don't think I'm going to be doing Farm Sim that night. Pretty sure that's how it's going to work out. So, guys, at some point we'll be back on Ballydorn. Might be the end of next week. If not, it'll be the following week. We'll see how it goes. Till next time, happy farming.